Hello, guys, welcome back to the news. Finally, justice has been served in Lagos State. We recall in 2022 on Christmas Day, a lady was shot by a happy trigger policeman and she died upon arriving at the hospital. This lady was a mother and was said to have been pregnant then when this happy trigger policeman, you know, took her life. Now we know that today justice has been served finally. The Justice Harrison of the Lagos State High Court has handed a death sentence to the police officer Vandi for killing a Lagos-based lawyer, Mrs. Bolanle Rahim, on Christmas Day in 2022. Well, guys, we can never forget this tragic event. I personally cannot forget how this lady met her untimely demise on Christmas Day, for crying out loud, my country people, on Christmas Day. It was a black day for the family of Omo Bolanle. It was indeed a black and a sad day because this lady has children and she was even said to be pregnant when this police officer took her life. And now, my country people, the suspended police officer, the assistant superintendent of the police, Vandi, has been found guilty of the Christmas Day killing of the Lagos lawyer Bolanle Rahim. He's now been sentenced to death by hanging for the crime. Justice Harrison gives this judgment sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square division of the Lagos High Court, and his defense that he did not shoot the deceased has no leg to stand on. He was found guilty on the strength of the prosecution's witness, who gave overwhelming evidence that the loud gunshot was from his loaded gun. And yes, Mr. Vandi was arraigned on January 16, 2023 on a count of murder, but he pleaded not guilty. He said he was not guilty, that he did not kill this lady. He did not, crack the gun. He did not, shoot that bullet that killed her. Then the court granted an accelerated hearing on the case, whereby the Lagos State government alleged that the defendant, an assistant superintendent of the police, who has now been suspended from the police force, shot Mrs. Raham in the chest on December 25th, 2023 in Ajah roundabout on the Lekki Motor Park motorway in Lagos State. The crime contravenes the section 223 of the Criminal Law of Lagos State 2015. The prosecution team, led by the former Attorney General and the Commissioner for Justice, Moyo Sore San, called 11 witnesses, including 8 police officers. The prosecution closed its case on February 25th, and on February 28th, the defendant, through his counsel, had Gada Mosi, applied praying for the court to quash the order that has the charge against him. And then on April 3rd, the court, however, dismissed the non-case submission, and Justice Harrison held that the prosecution established significant oral and documentary evidence linking the defendant to the alleged crime, which required an explanation from him. And on May 31st, the defendant gave evidence as the only witness for the defense and closed his case. And then the judgment date was set for July 13th after the counsel dropped their case final written address. So, my country people, this is just it. Justice has been served, and I am very pleased, concerning this, because when we got the report that this lady was shot on Christmas Day, it was a terrible incident. It was a terrible incident. I can tell you that it was a black day for majority of Nigerians and for the people of Lagos State, including the family of Omo Bolanle, because this lady was a mother, a wife, but then this man just took her life just like that. And at the end of the day, he was pleading not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. You see, my country people, they say what goes around surely comes around. It is so sad that this lady, is not going to come back to this earth again. But then the family has gotten the justice they deserve. So, my country people, the Nigerian police always see themselves as above the law, always taking the law into their own hands by using the gun bought from the taxpayers' fund to eliminate citizens instead of protecting them. And you see, they are always good at this, always intimidating the citizens, always threatening the citizens. At some point, these cases are similar in Nigeria. They are very, very rampant in this country. Most of these cases, you hardly hear it out of this country. Countries like the US, the UK, you won't hear such a case. But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. Now, the one that happened, I think it's this year it happened, when a police officer allegedly shot a tricycle driver in Delta State, I think along the Ubolu Road in Delta State, Asaba precisely, whereby this police officer shot this keke driver. And ever since then, the youths of Delta State, Asaba, had protested. They rallied, seeking for justice for this case. And then all what the police officer could say is that, oh, he did not know that his gun was cracked. It was his belt, because the video went viral. This police officer said that it was his belt that pulled the trigger. How come? They always have one excuse or the other, always proving to be not guilty of the crimes which everyone have seen that yes, they committed. And at the end of the day, they feel that, oh, the case would be swept under the carpet just like that. But I guess that is not the case in Bolanle's issue. Because that particular guy in Delta that was shot on the head by this police officer, we are yet to get, the people of Delta State are yet to get justice over that particular incident. Even the family of the boy, and he has a wife also. So a lot of things has been going wrong in this country, and I am so glad that finally justice has been served, on Omo Bolanle's case. So kudos to the judiciary for the quick dispensation of justice. Most of these officers are fond of seeing themselves above the law, and I hope that the judiciary, the Nigerian judiciary, would continue this way so that justice can have its course. And this would also serve as a detriment to other security officers, most especially the Nigerian police. Okay, guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.